Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I welcome all of you to this Mukti Sangha conference call for the mid-morning section of Sri Caitanya Bhagavata. Vancha Kalpadrupasha Kripa Sindhu Payavacha Patitanam Pavane Vaishnavi Namo Namaha Ananta Koti Vaishnav from the Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. So today moving on to the call, before the call, Krishna. Moving before the session, I would like to know who are all present on the call today. Hare Krishna devotees, I would like to know who are all present on the call today before moving on to the session.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Glories to Srila Prabhupada, which is greetings from Bhagavata.
Hare Krishna Neetu Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and giving us your association every day. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. This is Preeti Vilasani Devidasi from Atlanta. Thank you for your
Hare Krishna Preeti Vilasani Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Thank you so much for joining the call and giving us your association, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Anyone who would like to introduce themselves?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. This is Sunil from India.
Hare Krishna, Sunil Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna, welcome to the call. Anyone would like to introduce themselves? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Anyone would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you and all Vaishnava. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev Ki Jai, Vrinda.
Hare Krishna Vrinda Gopika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, these ones.
Hare Krishna, Neetu Mataji. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna Mataji,
Mataji, you are unmuted. I just wanted to say to mute yourself.
okay, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Anyone would like to introduce themselves? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I once again welcome all of you to this Bhakti Sangha conference call for the mid-morning session of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat. Before moving on to the session, I would like to read Prabhupada's quote for today. January 6th, Prabhupada returned from Bombay on 1973. You are doing duty very nicely. That's all right. But by doing your duty, if you do not develop your Krishna consciousness, then you are simply wasting your time. Seems like the quote is for myself. Thank you so much, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. So I once again welcome to this morning session of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat, which will be given by His Grace Adi Gadadhar Prabhuji from Chaitanya Bhagavata, Antya khanda, chapter 5, verses from 75 to 91. I do not see Prabhuji on call, so if anyone wants to introduce themselves, you can go ahead and introduce yourselves. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for giving us your valuable time and association. And today's verse will be from Chaitanya Bhagavat, Antya khanda, chapter 5, verses from 75 to 91. Over to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Mataji. Thank you, dear devotees, for your kind association. Let's get started with our auspicious invocation prayers. Shri Mangalacharan. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine. नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा. Dear devotees, let me share my screen. We are continuing our reading of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat by Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur Mahashay, Antya khanda, and this is chapter 5, text 75. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. কত দিন থাকি প্রভু শ্রীবাসের ঘরে তবে গেলা পানিহাটি রাঘব মন্দিরে কতদিন থাকি প্রভু শ্রীবাসের ঘরে তবে গেলা পানিহাটি রাঘব মন্দিরে. After staying a few days at Srila Srivas Thakur's house, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Panihati Dham, where he went to the house, he visited the house of Sri Raghav Pandit. Mandir means his home. Someone who is a grahastha, someone who is a devotee, they worship Lord Krishna in their home. And because there is seva of Lord Krishna, their home is a mandir, it's a temple. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited the home of Sri Raghav Pandit. Text 76. Krishna karye ache no Shri Raghava Pandita Sammukhe Shri Gaurachandra Haila Vidita. While Shri Raghav Pandit was engaged in the worship of Shri Krishna, Krishna Karya. Krishna Karya means serving Krishna. To be engaged in activities for the pleasure of Shri Krishna. That is Krishna Karya. Mat karma krin mat paramo mat bhakta sangha varjita nirvairah sarvabhuteshu yah samameti pandava. Shri Krishna says, Mat karma krin, work for me. That is Krishna Karya. Krishna Karya means service to Lord Krishna, worship of Lord Krishna. Krishna Karya ache no Shri Raghav Pandit. Shri Raghav Pandit, being a Sadgrahastha, being a pure devotee, even as a householder, he was engaged completely in the service of Lord Shri Krishna. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited the home of Sri Raghav Pandit was engaged in activities of Krishna consciousness. This should be our life. Not that we are devotees when devotees are visiting our home. We are devotees always. Anyone can come for surprise inspection, and we will be engaged. We should be engaged in activities of Krishna consciousness. That is how we should live. That is called saralta, straightforwardness, simplicity. Saralta hi Vaishnavata. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada said. Saralta is an important quality of Vaishnava. A Vaishnava is non-duplicitous. The Vaishnava is what he or she is when they are alone and when they are in front of devotees. There is no difference in the behavior. A real devotee does not need to do anything away from the public eye. Everything is Krishna conscious. They have nothing to hide. Shri Raghav Pandit was like that. Suddenly, Sammukhe Shri Gaurachandra Haila Vidita. Suddenly, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came there, and Raghav Pandit Mahashay was engaged in perfect Krishna consciousness. While Shri Raghav Pandit was engaged in the worship of Shri Krishna, Shri Gaurasundar came there before him. Purport by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada, the revered spiritual master of our founder Acharya, Srila Bhai Charana Arvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada. Many karmis think that pure devotees of the Supreme Lord also desire, like themselves, to enjoy the fruits of their activities and engage as they do in activities for obtaining those fruits. Many karmis think that the pure devotees are also karmis. Atmavat manyate jagat. We see others through the lens of our own consciousness. If we are hiding something, when we meet people, we feel, oh, they are hiding something. When we are envious, we think others are envious of us. Atmavat manyate jagat. We see this world through the lens of our own consciousness. Karmis think that devotees are also karmis like them. Karmi is a person who does activities in this world with the expectation, desire, and hope to achieve some fruits, some sense gratification from that activity, personal sense gratification. Whereas a devotee also engages in activities in this world, but the purpose is to bring about gratification of Krishna. Atmendriya priti ichha tarabale kam. Krishnendriya priti vancha dhare prema nam. When you want to serve Krishna's senses and please Krishna, that is called prem. That is bhakti, prema bhakti. And when we want to gratify our own senses, we want to engage in selfish sense gratification, that is called lust. That's a material activity which binds us. Kam. And Kam is a great enemy. Kama esha krodha esha rajoguna samudbhava mahashano mahapapma vedinam iha vairina. So vairi, enemy. Engaging in activities for the pleasure of Sri Krishna is called bhakti. This is the paribhasha of bhakti. This is the definition of bhakti. Anukulyana Krishnanu Shilanam Bhakti Ruttama. When we engage in activities for the pleasure of Sri Krishna, it is bhakti or devotional service. One who works under the conception that he is the doer of activities enjoys the fruits of his work. They think I am the doer, so I should get remuneration. I should be able to enjoy the results. But that is only out of false ego. That is a wrong conception. Ahankara vibhudatma karta aham iti manyate. They think under the influence of false ego that I am the doer. And because they think they are the doer, they expect to enjoy the results of activities. Whereas a devotee understands that it is this body that is karyashil. It is this body that is active. The senses are active. The three modes of material nature are active. I am soul. I am Krishna's amsha. Mama amsha jiva loka jiva bhuta sanatana. Mana shashrani indrani prakriti sthani karshati. Yes, hard work is going on with the body, but I am just residing in this body. Actually, I have nothing to do with this body. One day I will give up this body and never look back. I have nothing to do with these three modes of material nature. One day I want to go to Vaikuntha and never have to worry about the three modes of material nature. Here there is Sattva, Raja, Tama. There is only Sandhini, Samvit, Ladini. Hari Bol. Urdhva Moolam, Adha Shaka. Material world is an inverted reflection of the spiritual world. But those activities performed by a Vaishnava for the pleasure of Krishna, Krishna Karya, that Sri Raghav Pandit is engaged in. This Krishna Karya, activities performed by Vaishnava for the pleasure of Krishna, they are devotional service. They are devotional service. Karma and bhakti are different from each other. And there is a large gap between them. As our Srila Prabhupada says, there's a gulf of difference between them, between karmic activities and Krishna Karya or bhakti, devotional service. Text 77. Prananath dekhiya Shri Raghava Pandita Dandavata haiya padila prithivita. Prananath dekhiya Shri Raghava Pandita Dandavata haiya padila prithivita. When Shri Raghav Pandit saw his Prananath, mat Prananathastu saeva napara. When Shri Raghav Pandit, who is Dhanistha Sakhi in Krishna Lila, a very dear gopi, very dear to Shri Krishna, and very dear to Srimati Radharani also. Shri Dhanistha Sakhi of Nandagaon became Shri Raghav Pandit in Gaur Lila. When Shri Raghav Pandit saw Lord of his life, Prananath, Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he fell to the ground and offered obeisances. Dandavata hayya padila prithivite. Padila prithivite. He fell to the ground, Dandavata hayya, to offer obeisances like a rod. Complete surrender. As soon as he saw his Prananath, immediately he came down and offered Sashtanga Pranam, Dandavat Pranam. एकोऽपि कृष्णस्य कृतप्रणामो दशाश्वमेधावभृतेन तुल्यम् दशाश्वमेधि पुनरेति जन्म कृष्णप्रणमेन पुनर्भवाय. This is a verse from Sri Mahabharata where Srila Vyasadeva says, Ekopi Krishna Sakrita Pranamo. One Dandavat Pranam you offer to Krishna. एकोपि कृष्णस्य कृतः प्रणामो दशाश्वमेधावभृतेन तुल्यम्. It is like performing 10 Ashwamedh Yajna. Dashashwamedha avbhritena. After you perform the Ashwamedh Yajna, you do the Snan, Avbhrit Snan. It marks the completion of the Ashwamedh Yajna. And then you get the fruit of Ashwamedh Yajna. So Dashashwamedha avbhritena tulyam. It's like taking 10 Avbhrit Snan upon completing successfully the Ashwamedh Yajna. One pranam to Krishna is equal to that. Nobody on this earth planet can do a Ashwamedh Yajna today. It is impossible. You don't have such a king who can send a horse to every country and gain submission from them. And we don't have qualified brahmanas who can make a dead horse get a new body and chant the mantras properly. It is not possible. But simply by offering one pranam to Shri Krishna, Ekopi Krishna Sakrita Pranamo Dashashwamedhava Bhritena Tulyam. It is equal to performing successfully 10 Ashwamedh Yajna. But there is one difference. Dashashwamedhi Punareti Janma. Person who performs Dashashwamedh Yajna will take birth again in this material world. He will enjoy vastly heavenly delights because of the Punya Karma of Ashwamedh Yajna. But we'll have to come back again. Kshine Punye Martyalokam Vishanti. But Krishna Pranamina Punarbhavaya. But one who offers one obeisances to Krishna, one Dandavat Pranam to Krishna, will never take birth again. Hari Bol. एकोपि कृष्णस्य कृतः प्रणामो दशाश्वमेधावभृतेन तुल्य दशाश्वमेधि पुनरति जन्म बट कृष्ण प्रणामी न पुनर्भवाय. हरि बोल. So our Shri Raghav Pandit, he offered Dandavat Pranam to his Prananath, Shri Gaura Sundar Bhagwan. दृढ़ करि धरि राम वल्लभ चरण आनंदे राघवानंद करे न क्रंदन. Shri Raghavananda, which is another name for Shri Raghav Pandit, cried in ecstasy as he firmly held the lotus feet of Rama Vallabh. The name of Bhagwan is Rama Vallabh. Rama means the goddess of fortune, and Vallabh means her darling. So Rama Vallabh means the darling of the supreme goddess of fortune. Rama is also the name of Srimati Radharani. Rama is the name of Srimati Radharani, and Srimati Radharani gives her name to Lakshmiji to use. So Lakshmiji is also called Rama. Actually, all these names, Rama, Shri, they are names of Srimati Radharani. So Rama Vallabh means Radha Vallabh. Jaya Radha Vallabha Radha Vallabha Shri Radhe. So Rama Vallabh means Radha Vallabh. And Radha Vallabh is Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna, Nahe Anya. So Shri Raghavananda, Shri Raghav Pandit, held with great respect and love the lotus feet of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Rama Vallabh. दृढ़ करि धरि रमा वल्लभ चरण आनंदे राघवानंद करे न क्रंदन. And as he held the lotus feet of Rama Vallabh, who is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Radha Krishna Milita Tanu, Sri Raghavananda, Sri Raghav Pandit, Sri Raghavananda Prabhu started Ananda Krandan. Anande Raghavananda Karena Krandana. It is Ananda Krandan. Krandan is of two types. There is Shoka Krandan, Advaitanda Prabhu, and there is Ananda Krandan. This is Ananda Krandan because Sri Raghav Pandit is getting to meet is Prananath. In the previous verse, it is mentioned. Prananath dekhiya Shri Raghava Pandita दंडवत हैया पडिला पृथ्वीत दृढ करी धरी रामा वल्लभ चरण आनंदे राघवानंद करेन क्रंदन. He started doing Ananda Krandan, started crying with joy, unbounded joy, unlimited joy, because he was having darshan of Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Rama Vallabha. He is Radha Krishna in one form. And Raghav Pandit, being Dhanishta Gopi, has supreme love for Shri Krishna and Shri Radha. Prabhu o Raghava Pandit tere kari kole सिंचिले न अंगतान प्रेमानंद जले. प्रभु ओ राघव पंडित तेरे करी कोले सिंचिले न अंगतान प्रेमानंद जले. So Shri Raghav Pandit is holding with great love and affection the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu picks him up and embraces him. Kari kole. He picked up Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu picked up Raghav Pandit and embraced him, placed him on his lap, and soaked him. Sinchilena Angatan Premananda Jale. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also was doing Ananda Krandan. And with his pranay ashru, with his tears of love, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu soaked the body, bathed the body of Sri Raghav Pandit. Haribol. Embraced him, placed him on his lap, and bathed him with his tears of love. Raghav Pandit had so much love for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Every time they saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as a sannyasi, one second. मम्मी भक्ति संघाचा क्लास चालू आहे, जॉईन कर. हरे कृष्ण. Can you hear me?
Yes,
So,
Prabhuji.
yes, sorry. So then, where was I cannot see my screen. One second. Let me share it again. Chaitanya Bhagavat. Yes. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bathed the body of his dear darling devotee, Shri Raghav Pandit, with tears of his love. प्रभु और राघव पंडित तेरे करी कोले सिंचिले न अंगताना प्रेमानंद जले. With tears of love he bathed. How beautiful is this? Raghav Pandit had seen Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with beautiful flowing hair, wearing very attractive silk embroidered clothes specially made by his loving devotees like Sri Buddhimanta Khan and others. He had seen Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's divine body, Sri Anga, anointed with the most fragrant perfumes. And now Raghav Pandit is seeing the sannyasi swarup of his Prananath. What emotions it must be evoking to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with shaved head, without any paduka, walking bare feet, wearing the drab, plain, simple dress of a sannyasi, performing austerities, no ornaments, no metal would ever touch the body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. No metal, no oil would ever touch the body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How Raghav Pandit was he feeling? He's very happy that Mahaprabhu has come, but at the same time, such emotions. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knows those emotions, understands those emotions, and he wants to reciprocate. He picked up Raghav Pandit, who was offering obeisances, embraced him, placed him on his lap, and bathed him, soaked his body, soaked his clothes with his tears of love. Premananda Jale, his Pranay Ashru, Prem Ashru, he soaked the body of Sri Raghav Pandit. Text 80. हे न से आनंद हईल राघव शरीरे কোন বিধি করিবে না কিছুই না স্ফুরে হে না সে আনন্দ হইল রাঘব শরীরে কোন বিধি করিবে না কিছুই না স্ফুরে Sri Raghav Pandit's body, when soaked with the tears of love, Premananda Jal, Pranay Ashru of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, became filled with spiritual bliss. Raghavananda became really Raghavananda. He felt Ananda. Hena se Ananda Haila Sri Raghava Sharire. His body was surcharged with spiritual ecstasy. Kona vidhi karibe na kichu na spure. And he was so overwhelmed with love. Can you imagine being embraced by Mahaprabhu, being placed on Mahaprabhu's lap? Mahaprabhu is embracing and so happy to meet us. He's shedding tears of love for us. And those pranaya ashru, those tears of love are soaking our body wet. One pranay ashru drop, one tear drop of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is enough to inundate our heart forever with Krishna Prem. Imagine being embraced by Mahaprabhu, placed on his lap, and being bathed by the tears of love of Mahaprabhu, Sri Chaitanya Dev. What must be that experience? Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Sri Raghav Pandit's entire existence was surcharged with spiritual ecstasy, Ananda. Satchid Ananda Vigraha is embracing him. Satchid Ananda Vigraha loves him. And the tears of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are also Satchid Ananda Swarup. And he's soaked with those tears. He's filled with ecstasy, spiritual bliss. And he was so overwhelmed with love, so overwhelmed with gratitude, so overwhelmed with joy that Sri Raghav Pandit did not know what to do. Haribol. How many of you have felt such joy in life that you just don't know what to do? How to move, what to speak, how to breathe. You just don't know what to do. You're just ecstasy. Sri Raghav Pandit is experiencing that ecstasy. Kono vidhi karibe na kichu in aspure. He does not know what to do. Text 81. Raghavera bhakti dekhi Shri Vaikuntha राघवेरे करिलेना शुभ दृष्टिपात हरि बोल राघवेर भक्ति देखी श्री वैकुंठनाथ राघवेरे करिलेना शुभ दृष्टिपात when the Lord of Vaikuntha, who is the Lord of Vaikuntha? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is Radha Vallabh, he is Rama Vallabh, he is Gaura Sundar, he is Vaikuntanath, Shri Vaikuntanath. Vaikuntanath is Krishna and Shri is Srimati Radharani. Shri Vaikuntanath means Radha Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna nahe anya. Radha Krishna pranaya vikritir, Radhinir shaktir asmat, Eka atmanam vibhu vipura, Deha bhedam gata udau, Chaitanyakyam prakatamatina, Tadvayam chaikyam aptam. Two have become one now. Shri Vaikuntanath is Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When the Lord of Vaikuntha saw Raghav Pandit's display of devotion, Raghavera bhakti dekhi, seeing the bhakti, seeing the devotional service of Sri Raghav Pandit, Raghavere karilena shubhadrishtipat. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu glanced mercifully at Sri Raghav Pandit. This is all we want. We want shubhadrishtipat. We want a kripa drishtipat. We want a merciful sidelong glance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Raghav Pandit is receiving that. Why is Sri Raghav Pandit receiving Mahaprabhu's kripa drishtipat, Mahaprabhu's shubha drishtipat? Because he has bhakti. Bhaktya tushyati kevalam nacha gunay bhakti priyo madhava. Because he has bhakti. Raghavera bhakti dekhi. Shri Vaikuntanath, Raghavere Karina Shubha Drishtipat. If we have bhakti, then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will glance at us also with his mercy and love. Text 82. Prabhu bole Raghavera alaye asiya pasarilu sab dukha Raghava dekhiya. Hari bol. Mahaprabhu bole Raghavera alaye asiya pasarilu sab dukha Raghava dekhiya. Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya Dev is saying to Raghav Pandit, Mahaprabhu knows exactly how to please his devotees. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knows exactly how to glorify his devotees. He knows, he's very expert at glorifying his devotees. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu glorifies his devotees, it is as if he has many, many mouths. Hari bol. Prabhu bole Raghavera alaye asiya pasarilu saba dukha Raghava dekhiya. Raghav Pandit must be thinking, oh, my Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has become sannyasi, is performing so many austerities, he must be having so many dukkhas. To allay his anxiety, to allay his fears, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, Pasarilu Saba Dukkha Raghava Dekhya. Oh, Sri Raghav Pandit, I'm so happy to see you, that all my sorrows, all my troubles are Pasarilu. I've forgotten them just by seeing you. Raghava Dekhya. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, after coming to Sri Raghav Pandit's house, Raghavera Alaye Asiya. Asiya means I have come. Alaye means his alay, his home, his abode. Raghav Pandit's abode. And seeing Raghav Pandit, Raghav Dekhiya, I have forgotten all my troubles. Sava Dukkha Pasarilu. Hari Bol. Mahaprabhu is saying, all my sorrows are gone by seeing you. This is the power of seeing a pure devotee. Doesn't it happen? We may have so many problems in life. And when we go and meet our Guru Maharaj, we spend, when we are with Guru Maharaj, it feels as if no problems exist. All is well, isn't it? We are in the all is well mode. And Guru Maharaj will ask us also, how are you? Fantastic, Maharaj, everything is great. Why everything is great? Because I am with you and you are with me, Gurudev. Haribol. Ananda Vardhana. Just being with Guru Maharaj is such a blissful experience that we forget all our sorrows. Ananda Leela Maya Vigrahaya Hema Bhadivya Chavi Sundaraya Tasmai Mahaprema Tasmai Mahaprema Rasapradaya Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste Shri Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste. Srila Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur Maharaj has written this verse. Very beautiful. Ananda Lilamaya Vigrahaya. Hema means gold. Hemabhadivya Chavi Sundaraya. He is the form of Ananda Lila. He is the form of molten golden complexion of Srimati Radharani. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi has become Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Tasmai Mahaprema Rasa Pradaya. And he is not only experiencing Mahaprem, he is Mahaprem Ras Pradaya. He also gives. He tastes and he gives. He tastes and he gives. Tastes and he gives. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's tasting Bhakti Ras and he's giving Bhakti Ras. Krishna Prema Pradayate. Therefore, he's Mahavadanya. So when we see a pure devotee, all our sorrows are forgotten. All our sorrows are mitigated. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, Pasarilu Saba Dukkha Raghava Dekhiya. 1,000 problems will be there. 1,000 crazy things will be on our mind. And when we are standing in front of Gurudev, all is well. All is well in paradise. We feel like that. That is the power of a pure devotee. Haribol. Because pure devotee is always engaged in Divyat Vrindaranya Kalpadrumada Srimad Ratnagara Simhasanastav. Shri Shri Radha Shri Govinda Deva Preshthali Visevya Mano Smarami. Shri Gurudev is always absorbed in Radha Govinda as they sit on their divinely bejeweled throne under the Kalpavriksha trees in Vrindavan Dham, Preshthali Visevyamana, being served by the loving Manjaris, Balyadasi, Sakhis, Radha Govinda are enjoying their Radha Govinda Leelamrit. And Shri Gurudev is Shri Radhika Madhavayorapara Madhurya Leela Guna Rupa Nam Nam Pratikshana Swadana Lolupasya. Through Smaran Vande Guru Shri Charanara Through Akhanda Smaran, Shri Gurudev, who is a pure devotee, every moment is tasting the sweetness of Radha Madhav, Radha Govinda's Madhurya Leela. Their qualities, their Leela, their names. And the Leela is Ananda Leela Maya Vigrahaya. And therefore, Shri Guru is always in touch with the source of all bliss. And when we meet Gurudev, that happiness, that spiritual bliss rubs onto us. Haribol. So we also forget all our troubles. That is the science of happiness. Haribol. The art of happiness. To be in touch with Radha Krishna and their pure devotees. If our happiness is based on material things, my bank balance, my hemoglobin A1C, my LDL, the grades of my children, and other such material things. If our happiness is dependent on these things, then we are bound to become unhappy, disappointed, and depressed. Haribol. Because these are all asat sainya, according to Srimad Bhagavatam. Asat sainya, these are all fallible soldiers. We cannot depend on them. But if our happiness is the happiness of Radha Krishna, then we will always be happy because Radha Krishna are always happy. Hari Bol. If the sweet smile of Radha Gopinath is the source of our happiness, then we will always experience happiness because Radha Gopinath's smile never goes away. Radha Raman's smile never goes away. Hari Bol. When Advait Chandra was born, Radha Raman still looked like that, young. They were still Radha Raman Lal. When Advait Chandra is 15, 16 years old, they are still like that. When he will be 50, 60 years old, they will still be youthful. When he will be 100 years old, they will still be like that, youthful. Haribol. They don't have to worry about their coronary calcium scan to see if they are getting any blockages in their hearts or not. Their body is Satchid Ananda Vigraha. Therefore, my dear friends, Krishnendriya Pritivancha Dhare Premanam. We have to make our happiness the happiness of Krishna. Krishna is always happy. Smita Krishna. He's always having a smile on his face. Then naturally a devotee will be always blissful. And anybody who meets a devotee like Raghav Pandit also becomes blissful. Haribo. Science of smile. Text 83. Gangaya majjana kaile je santosha haya sei sukha pailana raghava alaya. Gangaya majjana kaile je santosha haya sei sukha pailana raghava alaya. Tirthi kurvanti tirthani. Hari bol. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, I have forgotten all my troubles. Sarva dukkha pasarina. Raghava darshane. By having darshan of Raghav Pandit. And I am obtaining the same satisfaction, same happiness. Santosh also means happiness. Samsiddhim Hari Toshanam. Ashutosh. So very easily satisfied, very easily happy. Tosh means satisfied. Santosh means completely satisfied and also completely happy. I am experiencing that complete happiness and satisfaction. Asantushta kutha, asantushta, what is that verse? Kutha sukham. How can one be happy if one is not ashantasya kutha sukham? If one is not shanta, one is not peaceful, one is not satisfied, how one can be happy? I am feeling the same satisfaction, I'm feeling the same joy, same happiness at the house of Sri Raghav Pandit that I feel when I take a bath in Mother Ganga. Haribol. Gangara parasha haile paschate pavana darshane pavitra karo ei tomar guna. गंगाय मज्जन कैले जे संतोष है से ही सुख पाइलाना राघव आलय. I have obtained the same satisfaction at the house of Sri Raghav Pandit as one gets by taking bath in the Ganga, which means Raghav Pandit's house is as good as Ganga, which means it is a Tirthastali. Tirthi Kurvandi Tirthani. Wherever pure devotees live, pure devotees like Sri Raghav Pandit, like Sri Haridas Thakur, that place is a holy place. গৌর আমারা যে সব স্থানে করিল ভ্রমণ রঙ্গে সে সব স্থান হেরাব আমি প্রণয় ভকত সঙ্গে. Shri Gaur Sundar obtained the same satisfaction at Shri Raghav Pandit's house as the freshness and pleasure one attains by bathing. You feel fresh by bathing in Ganga. You feel happy bathing in Ganga. All the sins are gone. Darshane pavitra karo. Ei tumhar. We are not able to experience happiness in this world, my dear friends, because we are burdened with our sins. Our sins cause us to suffer in this world and prevent us from being happy. Te tvantagatam papam janana punya karmana te dvandva moha nirmukta.
का सूचक हो हमारी फरी
हाँ. Hare Krishna. So like that. Bathing in Ganga gives freshness, gives us experience of joy, and that same freshness, that same experience of joy can be experienced, can be had by being in the association of a pure devotee. Because the association of pure devotee also nullifies our sins. Darshane pavitra karo. Ei to margo. Sadhu sanga sarva shastra ka lava matra sadhu sanga sarva siddhi hai. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is glorifying Sri Raghav Pandit by saying, being in the house of Raghav Pandit is not different from being in Sri Ganga Devi. Hari Bol. हासी बोले प्रभु सुन राघव पंडिता कृष्णेर रंधन गिया करह त्वरित. चलो चलो चलो. I have come to your house now. हासी बोले प्रभु सुन राघव पंडिता कृष्णेर रंधन गिया करह त्वरित. Shri Gaur Sundar, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, listen, Raghav Pandit, go, Twarit, go quickly. And Krishna Randhana kiya. Cook for Krishna. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has some favorite cooks. Shri Raghav Pandit is foremost among them. Shri Jagadananda Pandit is one of them. Shri Raghunath Bhatta Goswami is also one of them. So their cooking is considered to be Amrit Sama. Shri Shachi Mata also. Hari Bol. हासी बोले प्रभु सुन राघव पंडिता कृष्णेर रंधन गिया करह त्वरिते. Karah Twarita. Quickly and cook for Krishna. Mahaprabhu said this out of love and joy. Hasi, Bale, Mahaprabhu. Laughing, smiling, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, "Come on, Raghav Pandit, I've come to your house. Will you not cook for me? Go, go, go. Cook for Krishna. Start cooking." Raghav Pandit and his sister. Who knows the name of the sister of Sri Raghav Pandit? Satyavata is saying hi. Yes, Bhakti Sundari Mataji. What is the sister's name of Sri Raghav Pandit?
Damayanti Prabhuji.
Yes, Shri Damayanti Devi. Raghavera Jhali. You remember that? Chaitanya Charitamrita. So beautiful. How nicely she used to prepare. So many preparations for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to enjoy. Preparation that would last throughout the journey from Navadvip all the way to Sri Jagannath Puri. And by her love, even preparations that are supposed to get spoiled, like fruit juices, they would remain fresh for months. Haribol. By the power of Damayanti's love. And now, how she would pack. In those days, there were no these thermo flasks. In those days, there was no thermos, no plastic bags. But still, she would pack them so nicely in cloth bags and everything. And she would label them and put them inside, 2, 3 bags and wrap them and send them with so much love with Raghav Pandit. There was a team of devotees specially designated to simply carry the prasad that Damayanti would send for Mahaprabhu. Beautiful, beautiful, delicious preparations for Mahaprabhu to enjoy. And then also certain digestive preparations that would help digest those foods. Haribo. To prevent any buildup of mucus or acidity, everything she would take care. Such love with such personal attention. Love is in the details. And that was Sri Damayanti Devi, another favorite cook of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's. So Mahaprabhu said, "Come on, Raghav Pandit, your special service to me is to cook. Cook for Krishna." But Mahaprabhu says, "Cook for Krishna. Krishna Randhan." Because whatever we devotees cook, we first offer it to Krishna. The consciousness is, I'm cooking for Shri Krishna. आज्ञा पाई श्री राघव परम संतोषे चलिले न रंधन करिते प्रेम रसे आज्ञा पाई श्री राघव परम संतोषे चलिले न रंधन करिते प्रेम रसे. Sri Raghav Pandit was so happy that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him order, go and cook for me. Prema rase, chalile na randana karite. He went to cook for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, completely absorbed in love, completely absorbed in prem ras, the divine mellows of ecstasy as he cooked. Cooking is a very, very special service, my dear friends. In our Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition, cooking is very, very important service. According to our Ashtakaliya Leela, all the time the gopis are cooking for Radha and Krishna. Even in the Gaur Leela, all the time devotees are cooking for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When he wakes up, when he has breakfast, when he has lunch, in the evening, when he gets tired, doing kirtan at Srivasangan, all the time devotees are ready to feed Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu delicious bhogas. And same thing in Krishna Lila, Radha Krishna Lila also same thing. So cooking is a very, very important service. And receiving the order from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that go and cook for Krishna. It's an indication that Mahaprabhu wants to eat. So in great bliss, Raghav Pandit started cooking. चित्तवृत्ति जते क मानस आपनार सेई मत पाक विप्र करिला अपरा करिला अपार चित्तवृत्ति जते क मानस आपनार सेई मत पाक विप्र करिला अपार अपार means unlimited, unprecedented. Following the dictates of his heart, chitta vritti, gauranga padarpita chitta vritti. There is murari padarpita chitta vritti. Here there is gauranga padarpita chitta vritti. Chitta vritti is a beautiful term. It means the heart, chitta vritti, the core of one's existence. Following the dictates of his loving heart, chitta vritti, the Brahman, Shri Raghav Pandit, cooked unlimited varieties of food. Mahaprabhu said, cook for Krishna. And then he just started cooking like anything. Sei mata paka vipra karila apar. He made many, many preparations. Those food preparations were manifestations of his love. They were manifestations of his enthusiasm. Therefore, they were apar. Because his love was apar. Raghav Pandit's enthusiasm to serve Mahaprabhu was apar. Whatever we do externally, my dear friends, our services, those services should be external manifestation of our internal devotion. Haribol. Please note this point. Whatever external achievements we do in this world, in ISKCON, in our spiritual society, in our devotee circles, whatever service we do, that service should be an external manifestation of internal bhajan. It should be a byproduct of our bhajan. Not that we are only doing things externally, and internally, in our solitude, there is no bhajan. Hare Krishna. If our external achievements are all we are doing, then they will not sustain. But if external achievements are a byproduct of internal ecstasy, of internal cultivation, internal bhajan, then it will be sustainable. Our bhajan, internal longing for Krishna, sincerity in bhakti is the root of the tree. And the classes we give, the kirtan we lead, the puja seva we do on the altar in front of the congregation, the book distribution that we do, the fundraising that we do, the preaching that we do, the administrative work that we do as Bhakti Vriksha director, temple president, regional secretary, or whatever capacity, executive head, whatever we do, external service that people can see, that is like the body of the tree, the branches, the leaves, the fruits. But if the roots are not healthy, the tree will not sustain, my dear friends. So it's okay, it's good to do service, but we have to make sure the service is well rooted in strong sadhana, strong practice of chanting japa, chanting kirtan, strong practice of reading shastra and hearing harikatha from Shuddha Vaishnavas, smaranam, thinking of Krishna, doing puja, archana, seva. This is root. This must be strong. Then externally we can preach, we can speak harikatha, we can do kirtan, we can try to give some guidance to devotees. We can do so many things. But the internal bhajan should be the source of the outpouring of external activities. Haribol. Roots have to go deep, wide, and healthy. So our Raghav Pandit, he started cooking multiple preparations which were outpouring of his internal bhajan. So long he had contemplated, when Mahaprabhu comes, I will make this. When Mahaprabhu comes, I will make this. I will make this. How Shabri. Every day she would think, today Ram and Lakshmana will come and I'll serve them like that, I'll do that, I will make them sit under this tree, the shade is nice, the wind blows like this, it's very nice and cool. I'll get those fruits, I'll get water from Pampa Sarovar. And then finally one day, Ram and Lakshmana arrived, she was ready. Lifetime in preparation. Hari Bol. आइले न महाप्रभु करिते भोजन नित्यानंद संगे आरजत आप्तगण. And then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came when the bhoga was cooked, it was offered to Sri Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came along with Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Sri Nityananda Prabhu, very close friend of Sri Raghav Pandit. So Shri Gaur Nitai came together and Jata Apto Gana and with their other intimate associates. Haribol, Raghav Pandit gets to serve more. So more service you do, you get more service. You want to serve Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then you get Nityananda Prabhu also. You serve them, actually you get their associates also. होता है ना ऐसा कभी we do some service and devotees appreciate, then we get more service, then more service. So good service leads to more service. And the Prabhu worshipped few Shaligram Shilas nicely, and then Shaligram just kept coming and coming because Shaligram wanted to be served by him. Haribol. So good service will lead to more service. Shri Raghav Pandit wanted to serve Mahaprabhu, he got Nitai. With Nitai, he got associates. This is called Anandam Buddhivardhanam Pratipadam. It just keeps getting better and better. Bhojana kare na Gaura Chandra Lakshmikant Sakala Vyanjana Prabhu Prashamse Ekant. Shri Gaur Chandra, the husband of Lakshmi. Gaura Chandra Lakshmikant. Rama Vallabh. You're seeing? Vaikuntanath. The different names in today's reading that we are encountering. Different names we are coming across of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Here he is called as Gaurachandra. He is called Lakshmikant. Hari bol. Bhojana kare na Gaurachandra Lakshmikant. Sakala Vyanjana Prabhu Prashamse Ekant. As the husband of Shri Lakshmi Devi, Lakshmikant, Shri Gaurachandra, he ate the different Vyanjan, different vegetable preparations that Sri Raghav Pandit had personally cooked. He started prashamsa, he started appreciating them, praising them lavishly. Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya is very lavish in his praise of his devotees. He started appreciating, oh, this is so nice. This shak is so nice. This vyanjan is so nice. This dal is so nice. Everything he was appreciating as he was eating. Prabhu bole Raghavera ki sundara pak. Emata kothao ami nahi khai shak. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, oh, Raghav Pandit, wonderful, wonderful. Your cooking is so wonderful. I've never eaten shak like this before. Hari bol. Navam, navam. Because this is bhakti. Everything is navam, navam. Everything feels fresh. Everything feels new. Swadu, swadu, pade, pade, Bhagavatam. Newer and newer. Prabhu bole Raghavera, ki sundara pak. Wow, wow, wow. What wonderful cooking you have done. Emata ko thawami. Nahi khai shak. I've never eaten such shak, such green leafy vegetable before. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Mahaprabhu is eating and is appreciating. Can you imagine the bliss of Sri Raghav Pandit with such hard work, with such love, such sincerity he has cooked, and now Mahaprabhu is appreciating. Shakete Prabhura Prita Raghava Janiya Randhiya Achena Shak Vividha Aniya. Sri Raghav Pandit knew that Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very fond of shak. Haribol. How many of you know that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu likes shak? Green leafy vegetables. Shak. Shakete Prabhura Prit. Raghava Janiya. Sri Raghav Pandit knew, Raghava Janiya, that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu loves Prabhura Prit. Loves what? Shak. Mahaprabhu loves shak. And Randhiya Achena Shak Vividha Aniya. There are different kinds of shak, dozens and varieties of shak in Bengal. And therefore, Sri Raghav Pandit, because he knew that Mahaprabhu likes spinach, shak, he cooked different types of shak, varieties of shak. This is love. Love is in the details. Haribol. Very varieties of shak. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the original Popeye. he is, he is um, Padma Eye. He is Lotus Eyed Lord. He's the original. He loves shak. He loves spinach. Our Lotus Eyed Lord, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ei matarange Prabhu kariya bhojana. Vasile na giya Prabhu kari achamana. After joyfully finishing his meal, Raghav Pandit had cooked with so much love. Mahaprabhu finished everything. And then Sri Chaitanya Prabhu washed his hands, Achaman, and washed his mouth and sat down. Achaman means to wash one's mouth. Mahaprabhu sat down. Hari Bol. He enjoyed the bhoga that Raghav Pandit had cooked, and offered to Sri Krishna, offered to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, and their associates. This is the perfection of our devotional service, that we do something for Krishna, Krishna Karya, as we were reading. We do Krishna Karya for Krishna's santushti, for Krishna's pleasure, Krishna's satisfaction, and Krishna enjoys. Krishna eats it. Hari Bol. So this is our process. We cook for Krishna, we feed Krishna, and we take great pleasure when Krishna is happy and Krishna enjoys the offerings. Hari Bol. Krishnendriya Pritivancha Dhare Prema Naam. That is Prem. And that is the treasure for the devotees. Prem Nidhi. Prem Nidhi Mataji. Prem Nidhi. The treasure of a devotee is Prem. Prema Pumarto Mahan. Hari Bol. And Srimati Radharani is the source of all Prem. And Krishna is the ocean of Prem. Prem Nidhi. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, dear devotees. It is 12 o'clock, so I will stop here. And very grateful for accepting this reading of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat from this Das today. Hare Krishna. I have to go. My shift starts at 1 o'clock. So we will quickly take two questions by Rupal Mataji and Sunil Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, such a wonderful class. We always go in some mode, some place whenever when I attend your class. I had opportunity to attend your podcast. It was such an amazing, wonderful podcast. Um if you could answer, you were asked like who is the favorite person from Bhagavatam. You mentioned Radharani. So I'm very low, in bhakti. So if you can give me like 2 points about that, that will be great.
Hare Krishna. Anaya Radhito Nunam Bhagwan Haririshwara. In the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Srimati Radharani is mentioned as the best amongst the gopis. Gopijana Shiromani, Srimati Radharani. And she has worshipped Sri Krishna in the best way. Therefore, she is called Radha, because her Aradhana is the best. She is the dearest to Sri Krishna. And without Srimati Radharani, Sri Krishna derives absolutely no pleasure, even in the Maharas Leela. Govindanandini Radha Govinda Mohini Govinda Sarvasva Sarva Kanta Shiromani. Govinda Nandini Radha. She is the one who gives all Anand to Krishna. She is the Aladini. She is the source of Aladini Shakti. Radha Purna Shakti. Krishna Purna Shaktiman. Dui vastu bheda nahi shastrera praman. Radha Purna Shakti. Srimati Radharani is source of all energies, including Ladini Shakti. Not that Srimati Radharani is Ladini Shakti. Ladini Shakti comes from Srimati Radharani. All Shaktis come from Srimati Radharani, including Sandhini Shakti, Samvit Shakti, Ladini Shakti, Antaranga Shakti, Bahiranga Shakti. All Shaktis. Radha Purna Shakti and Krishna Purna Shaktiman. Therefore, Dui Vastu Bheda Nahi. Shastrera Praman. Radha Krishna Eka Atma Dui Deha Dhari Anyonye Vilasa Rasa Aswadana Kori. Radha Krishna are actually one. Radha Krishna ek Atma, but dui dehadhari. They're eternal in two forms. As we were saying, Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikritir, Radhinir Shakti Dasmad, Ekatmana, even though they are one. Apibhui Pura, since time immemorial, Deha Bhedam Grathautau. There are two. Deha Bhedam. There are two. Although Radha Krishna are inseparably one, they are two. Why? Anyanya Vilasa Rase Aswadana Kari. Because for a relationship, for rasa to flow, you need two individuals. You cannot have relationship with yourself. You need a person to have relationship with. Therefore, the supreme absolute truth, who is one, vadanti tat tattva vidas tattvam yad jnanam advayam, that advay, param brahma, is eternally present in two forms, Shri Radha and Shri Krishna. And because Jivara Swarupa Krishna Nitya Das, it is our nature to serve Krishna. And all dasatva, all prem, all seva, all aradhana, anaya rathitonunam Bhagwan Haririshwar, all aradhana comes from Srimati Radharani. All Krishna prem comes from Srimati Radha. Even Yashoda Maya gets her prem from Sri Radha. All prem, any devotee in any rasa has any prem whatsoever for Shri Krishna. The source is Shri Radha. Nitya Siddha Krishna prem, Sadhya Kabuna, Shravanadi Shuddha Chitte Kariya Uday comes from Srimati Radharani. Shri Radha is the source of all pleasure. Shri Radha is the source of all love. All pleasure for Krishna and all love that the Jiva has. Source is Shri Radha. And therefore, because we are meant to serve Krishna and all service comes from Shri Radha is our Ashraya Vigraha. We take shelter of Srimati Radharani. We serve Shri Radharani. Srimati Radharani is our Ashraya Vigraha. And Shri Krishna is the Vishaya Vigraha, according to Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj. Shri Krishna is the Vishaya Vigraha. He is the object of our devotion. But we are Radha Ashrit. We are taking shelter of Srimati Radharani, who is the source of the Antaranga Shakti, the Swarupa Shakti, the Chit Shakti, the Ladini Shakti. Mahatmanastu mam partha daivim prakritim ashrita. Bhajantananya manaso nyatva bhutadim avyayam. We can know Krishna and we can serve Krishna. We can do Krishna bhajan only when we take shelter of Srimati Radharani. Either we can take shelter of the Bahiranga Shakti or the Jiva can, being Tatastha, being marginal on the border, can take shelter of the Antaranga Shakti. We have two choices. We are on the fence. Either we can take shelter of external potency, material energy, or we can take shelter of Srimati Radharani. Bhakti means to take shelter of Srimati Radharani eternally, Ashraya Vigraha. Hari Bol. I totally forgot what your question was, but that's what came in my heart. Hare Krishna. Sunil Prabhu will have to really go. I'll be late for my shift otherwise. My shift starts at 1 o'clock. It's 12:08. But I don't want to say no. Sunil Prabhu, please ask your question quickly.
Hare Krishna Prabhu Dandatvanam. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, like when you are reading Chaitanya Bhagavat, like Mahaprabhu's associate, they have so much love, Prabhu. Will we get that love, Prabhu? Like I heard that okay, if your Mahaprabhu is not giving you love, he will give love at least when you're dying. But that is not guaranteed, no, Prabhu. That will get love from Mahaprabhu at least when you're dying.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jive Doya Kori Swaparshada Sviya Dhama Saha Avatari. You want prem? Atyanta Durlabha Prema Kori Bare Dan Shikhaye Sharanagati Bhagatera Pran. If we make Shri Krishna Sharanagati as our life and soul, then Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will give us the rarest treasure, Shri Krishna Prem Dhan. Atyanta Durlabha Prem Dhan Kori Bare Dan. And Mahaprabhu is teaching through his associates what is Sharanagati. Look at the Sharanagati of Raghav Pandit. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is his Pranadhan. Hari Bol. Leaving home for four months every year, going to meet Mahaprabhu. And before going, for weeks and weeks cooking, preparing to serve Mahaprabhu there. And while in Panihati Dham, Shri Raghav Pandit, he is getting the best coconuts to offer to Shri Krishna. He is getting the best fruits, the best vegetables, the most expensive, no compromise. The best of the best of the best for Shri Krishna in his puja seva. Doing everything first class for Shri Krishna. That is Sharanagati. Anukulya sankalpaha, that is Sharanagati. And Pratikulya vivarjanam. Doing what is favorable for Krishna, always. And not doing what is unfavorable. Anukulya sankalpa pratikulya vivarjanam. Rakshisheti vishwaso goptrite varanam tatha. Atmanikshepak arpanye. Shadvidha Sharanagati. This is Sharanagati. Hari bol. So we'll stop here, dear devotees. I have to go. Let me very quickly look at the chat box to make sure there are no questions there. Okay. Yeah. So thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Hare Krishna. Okay.
Thank you,
Mataji.
Prabhuji.
Thank you. Hari Bol.
Very, very beautiful class. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna Dasosmi.
We can end the call here. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha. Patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Thank you, Prabhu.